Hey guys, it's Kelly, and today I am beyond excited to bring you a very exciting tour of the Mercedes-Benz G Wagen. This car has been completely redesigned in 2019. It's been around in the United States since 2002 and didn't even have a redesign until last year. So this is a 2020 Mercedes-Benz G Wagen AMG. It is so sassy, so sporty, and I'm so excited to show you everything it has to offer. Start by talking about this exterior, because are you kidding? It's amazing. It's very vintage, it's very rugged, kind of giving me like Safari vibes. I'm a huge fan. I'm absolutely obsessed with the color it comes in. The wheels are gorgeous. If you look right here, we have red AMG brakes. That gives it a beautiful contrast. Okay, let's talk about the front end. Although they changed the body style in 2019, they kept a lot of the elements the same. They just refined it a little bit, including this iconic front end. I mean, I'm absolutely obsessed with it. We've got a high gloss Mercedes-Benz logo right here, some Mercedes-Benz badging up here, the AMG logo, and then this really nice grille on the front. Also just have to point out the dual tailpipes. They're on both sides. Again, this is the AMG, so it is the sassiest, quickest one out there, and the performance is unreal. It's got a really firm ride, it's very tight, and the acceleration is unmatched. Just had to show you guys the back end because it does come with a spare tire. There is actually a tire in here, but since it's a Mercedes G-Wagen, it's got a nice, beautiful cover. Just to give you a quick look at what the trunk looks like. This is without my stroller. I will definitely be putting my strollers in later, but it's actually a great sized trunk. And there's a good little net right here. It comes with a cargo cover and lights on the roof and right here, so it makes it a little bit brighter. We've got a 15 volt, and then we've got 3 sets of tether anchors. We're gonna talk about car seats in a minute, but that's great to see. And then, I don't know why this is leather, but I like it. I guess when you buy a 100+ car, you get leather in places. You didn't know you needed leather. I want to show how the door clicks. My poor leggings. Okay, if you watch any tour about a G-Wagen, one of the first things they will point out is the clicking sound this door makes when you open and close it. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really think I would be as hyped up about it until I got here. And it is the most satisfying click I've ever heard. That's crisp. Should we do it again? Do you hear it? Crisp. Okay, so here's the shot of me in the driver's seat, and let me just say, if the shoe fits, I still can't afford it, but you get my point. I really like it. It's very comfortable. The seats are hugging me nicely, and I'm sitting up a lot higher than I was expecting, but I've still got a lot of headroom. If you guys don't know, I'm really tall, about 6 feet, and I got my heels on today, but I still have a ton of head clearance, so I'm super comfortable. As far as my visibility is concerned, the windshield is a little bit short and a little shallow, but I still have good visibility. The tire does obstruct a little bit of my views, but overall, decent visibility. The chrome element continues when you get into the inside of the car. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Okay guys, here's a shot of me in the second row. Seats are a little bit firmer than they were in the driver's seat, but overall they're still really comfortable, and I'm really excited about the bench that's in this G-Wagen. It's actually very wide. We've got 2 sets of lower anchors right here and then 3 tether anchors across the bench. So I'm going to show you how a forward-facing and a rear-facing car seat fit at the end of this video, but overall I'm a fan of the back seat. As far as my amenities go back here, I actually have 2 sets of vents, which I really like for ventilation. I've got some vents here, but I also have some vents on the side. So although the vents aren't on the ceiling, which is the best for, of course, rear-facing children, I feel like I'd have some decent airflow back here. I also have heated seats, which is cool. We have a sound system, and then we got some pretty deep side cubbies, actually. The cup holder situation is there's no cup holders anywhere right here except for in the center console, which isn't my favorite, but we'll take what we can get. And then there's like a tiny little cubby here, which I guess has a USB and a 12 volt. And then like the tiniest little compartment I've ever seen. The roof is amazing. It's actually all suede. It's really luxurious. And overall, it's pretty comfortable back here. You guys get it. It's an amazing car. But can it fit car seats? That's what we're here to find out. So I have brought 2 car seats. The first one I brought was my Graco extended fit, and I put it in as forward facing, just to give you an idea of the space. Okay, so I'm installing my Baby Mesa right here, and I just wanted to point out how easy it is to install car seats. These things are actually exposed, which I get doesn't do a lot for the aesthetics, but for someone who has to put car seats in a car, I'd much rather have this than have to push it back there with like a bunch of leather covering it. So I'm a fan of that. Thanks, Mercedes. Okay, I gotta be honest, G Wagen, this is not my favorite feature. If you guys look, these doors actually don't open very wide, so it is really difficult to finagle a car seat in there. So it's a little tight, I'm gonna be honest. That front seat I had set for myself, and again, I'm 6 feet tall, so I have just enough room. I will say the Mesa takes up a little bit more room than your average pumpkin seat. I have the Kleck Ling as well, and this one takes a little bit more room. So it works, but again, what I don't love is how tight this is. Okay, and here's a shot of me in the second row with both car seats on either side, and I'm even buckled. It's a little bit tight, but again, there are more narrow car seats on the market than these two that I brought. But overall, I fit. So that makes me think that you could do a lot of fun 3-across recipes in here. Obviously, consult with child passenger safety specialist, though, for any complicated car seat situations, which I am not. Okay, and now let's see how that Upper Vista stroller fits in the trunk. The answer is actually fabulous. I was pretty surprised. So I put it in this way. This cargo cover obviously would come out if you need a little bit more space, but as you can see, I still have a decent amount of space for some groceries and some other stuff. So overall, for a 5-passenger car, I'm pretty impressed with that trunk space. You guys hear that clicking? I'm obsessed with it. Okay, so now let's talk about some steering wheel controls, because there's some cool ones on here. Obviously, we have our volume controls and our cruise control, but we also have a way to change our driving mode, and I like that it's electronic. So all I have to do is twist this little knob to change which driving mode I'm in, and then it changes on that screen too. Super cute. Okay, so our display is awesome. If you guys look right here, it's huge. I mean, that's gotta be like 20 inches long almost, and it goes completely into the dash just to really give you all the information you could honestly ever want. One thing that's interesting though is it's not a touch screen. So you have to use this thing down here. Now, let's talk about something super fun, which is the ambient lighting package that's available in this car. You can really do whatever you want. So here's a shot of what it's gonna look like. Of course, it's during the day, so it's kind of hard to get a good shot, but you can actually change that color. Okay, just some more fit and finishes I wanted to talk about. Our volume knob is actually right here, which is super fun. And then this can control some of the different dynamic modes as well. Also, there's obviously every different camera angle you can ever have, like a backup camera, a forward camera, a surround view camera, a side camera. Oh, what? I didn't even know that view. Oh, that's like a little shows you every angle. So basically, if you're gonna be driving this $150,000 car, I'm telling you, you'll be okay when you have to go park it. I love this digital display. I think it is just so sporty and so fun. And really just the fit and finishes of these cars are awesome. They also have some great cup holders. If you guys look up the old Mercedes G-Wagen, they had the most offensive cup holders I've ever seen. So to put you the cup holder test, I brought this Car Mom cup, which is actually a pretty big cup. And it fits beautifully. I'm really excited about the head clearance. I mean, I've got a really pretty, are those halogen headlights? I feel like if I'm gonna be driving a G-Class, I'm gonna need like where's like a, what is that thing called? A ring light. Okay, so actually a very tiny center console. I was, dare I say, disappointed. So you just hit this little button to open it, and this is my phone, it's an iPhone 11. It is the width of an, here, let me fold it. It is the width of an iPhone 11. That is tough. I'd like to see a little bit bigger of a center console. Really, there's not a ton of cubby space in this car. Granted, it's only a 5-passenger car, and you know, it's not a minivan, but even still, I feel like even if I had like 1 or 2 kids in here, I would like a little bit more cubby space. The side cubbies are pretty decent. They're actually pretty deep, but to only have 2 cup holders and like, there's not even like an extra place for my phone, really. I would like a few more cubby spaces, I think. You know, if I can have a critique on a car I can't afford. One kind of big critique I do have on this car is I do think that the infotainment system is very complicated. I've sold luxury cars and I've had to teach people how to use luxury cars, and this one I'm having trouble figuring out, I'm gonna be honest. So I would like to see this a little bit more user-friendly. With this not being a touchscreen, you have like a toggle here, and then this is kind of like a mouse pad almost. So again, I'm sure you'd get used to it, but it's just a little cumbersome in the beginning. Do want to point out a cute little clock right there, why not? Okay guys, thank you so much for tuning into my Mercedes tour. I had a lot of fun filming it, and I like the car. I mean, don't get me wrong, it drives unreal. The interior, just like the hardware and the fit and finish is just so luxurious. And I was pretty surprised to see that I could actually fit 2 car seats super comfortably. And the trunk space was great. Wish the doors opened a little bit more, and I wish the infotainment system was a little bit easier, but I would not hate to drive this car. So Mercedes, if you're listening, the Car Mom would definitely drive it. Okay guys, so I'm going to now build my own 2020 AMG G-Class, or G-Wagen. So normally when I do this, I'm going to build the car
for how I would actually build one and what I think is worth the most bang for your buck. But since we're already in the $100,000 price range, I'm going to do it exactly how I would actually want this car built. So I'm choosing the AMG, which is the big motor. It is super, super quick. It can go 0 to 60 in 4.5. And it comes in a ton of color options. So I'm actually going to upgrade $6,500 so I can get it in Carmine Blue. And there's some different wheel options, but I am actually going to stick with the, well, let's go to the 22 inches. Why not? Okay, there we go. The 22-inch upgraded wheels, but I like the chrome. I think the black is a little too dark for me on this car. There's also some other packages where you can black some things out, but I'm not going to do that. And then I am going to add the spare tire. If I go to my interior, I've just kept it simple. I've selected a black interior. And instead of doing a wood trim, I actually wanted to do this nice metal weave. Ooh, or we can do the carbon fiber. Yeah, let's do the carbon fiber. And then when I go down, I've selected the seat comfort package, the exclusive interior package. And then I had to add a heated steering wheel for $250, which I thought was kind of funny. Then there's a couple of more options like all-season mats and rear entertainment, but I'm not going to add those. So that brings my dream G Wagen to an MSRP of $179,250. And yeah, I think it's beautiful. So Mercedes-Benz, if you're watching, this is what it'll be.
So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe so you don't miss any of my tours, and make sure you like it and leave a comment below about which vehicle you want me to do next. I plan to do a mix of luxury vehicles and then of course your everyday vehicles as well. Oh, also make sure you check out my Instagram at the Car Mom. I post a lot more car content there, including a ton of car buying tips and tricks. Thanks.